Hi everyone, it's CM here, and welcome to another video of mine. This is a speed build video, which I have been planning on doing for quite some time now, and I love building in The Sims 3, and I love not really building, I really love decorating more because I haven't really ever kind of built a house like this, like a decent house. I would do 4 walls and then, some walls for the bedroom, bathroom, and stuff like that. But I've never really built a decent house, and I'm very excited to do it now. And even though I've been playing The Sims The Sims 3 since it came out, and then all the other Sims games, like from the start, from the beginning, I've played all Sims games. So for 17 years, I've never really built a decent house. I was more about playing The Sims, and I like decorating a lot, and that's something that I love to do in real life too, so with my own house, and that's what I like to do in The Sims 3 as well. So yeah, it's awesome that The Sims 3 is such such a big game. Like The Sims 3 or The Sims in general is such a big game, for builders, for storytelling people, for you can do like a lot of things with The Sims, and that's what I really love about this franchise. So yeah, I've got this floor plan or this house plan. I've got it from ePlans, and I saw Brittany from Girl Meets Pixels do the build a house from ePlans because she suggested that site, and I went ahead and I looked at the houses, and I was like, yeah, I can do this, So thank you, Brittany, of course, for suggesting the website, and I love it. I really kind of chose a very easy house to build, like, if you know what I mean. I didn't want to do anything very huge and difficult for the first time that I'm building. Like, I know the cheats and I know how they work and stuff, but I just wanted, to go easy for the first time, to go easy on myself. And I think it turned out, it turned out great because, it turned out like the floor plan that I was following, and the house looks, from the outside, looks kind of like, well, it does look like it, but not, not like spot on. But I changed some things, and for it to work in The Sims 3, for my Sims to, to be able to live in the house. So, and this is the most difficult part, like the roofing. I had no idea that roofing would be so hard in The Sims 3. I didn't know. Like, I thought that roofing, I didn't like the roofs that it put on the house, so I disabled the automatic roofing, and then I was playing with the roofs, and I was trying to get this roof that that the picture had. Like, I will link the house that I used as a reference in the description bar, so that you can see what I was aiming for. But it didn't really work out. So when something doesn't work out, I just try, and then I move on from it. I just leave it as is, and then I'll go back to it and change it. That's the way I like to do it. And this was really the first time that I really worked with roofs and in The Sims 3. So, I tried, and I think it kind of ended up looking nice. I guess. But it just took me so long. It took me so long to build the house, and not even that. Like, I assumed that doing a speed build on YouTube would be so easy because you'd have, just recording you being, building a house and decorating it. But it's so much footage. Like, it's so much footage because I'm recording with fraps and stuff like that. It's, the amounts of gigabytes the videos is like crazy. Sometimes for my LPs, one episode can be 100 and something gigabytes, and I'm very lucky to have an extra hard drive, and that's where I save the video files. But they're such big files, and in I edit my videos in Sony Vegas, and you know, there was so much cutting because the video was so long, and you can only speed it up like 4 times, and if you want to speed it up more, you can render it, and there are some other ways to do it, but I didn't really get those, so I have to look into that. But I had to render the video, and I'm not kidding, this was the longest render ever. And I wasn't even, you know, done with building the house, because I decorated the first floor, and with recording that, I was, you know, the entire video was like, I don't know, an hour or more, and then I had to cut pieces out and see where I, you know, didn't do much, or that I paused, or you know, some irrelevant things happened, so I had to cut those out, and then I had to, like, it was such a process, and you know, I like doing it, and I just have to get used to it, I guess, to, you know, find my way around it, or be handy in doing speed builds. But yeah, I chose a red color because the picture was, you know, the bricks in the picture were red, and I was very proud of this house because I've never built a house before, and it was kind of a, you know, I was satisfied. I was like, yeah, I can do this. And I had no idea how much custom content I had for roofs. Like I thought I might have a few, but I never knew that I had this much. But yeah, I couldn't pull off the roof there. You know, I think you can see what I was trying to pull off there, but I couldn't really do it because the other roof would just stick right through it, and you know, I had all these, it just didn't work out. So in the end, you'll see the roof, and maybe I'll change it, because I am yet to film this is going to be I think a 3-part video, because it's very long. I cannot do the video so long because you would be watching for 2 hours or more and that's not what I wanted to do. So I'm doing the build first, so you're going to see me build this house, and then finish everything, and then the decorating part comes in part 2, and that's the main floor. Then I'm decorating, and I think part 3 is going to be the upstairs, because it's going to take a very long time. It's going to take so I'm not really ready. Like, wait, this is what I liked. I kind of, when looking back at it, I'm like, oh yeah, that kind of worked, you know, the roof on top of the window. I kind of like that. So, but I didn't leave it like that. So I might just change the roofs a little bit, but I had no idea how hard it was actually to get good roofing. But I think practice makes perfect, so I'm going to practice a lot. And yeah, so what was I going to say more about this house? I changed the windows because I placed some other windows before, but I have so many windows, and I had no idea that I had so many windows. Like, I download a lot of stuff, like a lot. I think I'm one of the most... how do you say that? I abuse custom content. That's basically it, but I love it so much. And I've mentioned this in my other videos, but I just do. So here is the, how do you say that? The terrain, the garden, the front garden, I guess you can say. And I've never done this before. I'm just, you know, kind of copying what I see people do on YouTube, and I just, you know, experiment with it a little bit. So, yeah, I just placed some plants, and I was just looking at what looked nice. And I do want to put some ivy along the walls later on, but this is what I have for now in the front garden. I have to do the backyard, and so it's a process, but it's totally worth it. And it's kind of, you know, it gives me satisfaction to know that I've created something like this, and I really love it. So it's gonna be a very wild, you know, it's gonna look very awful right now, but it will look a little bit better, I promise. It changes because I'm kind of neutral color person. Like, I don't like a lot of colors, and I try to get out of my comfort zone with building and decorating and stuff, but I tend to go to the neutral colors and not the crazy colors, but you see, like the white and the yellow and the soft colors. But yeah, I liked how it eventually turned out. And what can I say more? I don't know. What can I say? I think this house would be perfect for a little family. It has 2 bathrooms, and I don't know if I want to turn the second bathroom upstairs into a bathroom. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know yet. I haven't decided yet. But I guess I'm gonna make it into a bathroom. You know, where the window is, the front here above the front door. That's the bathroom. That's what the plan said was the bathroom. So but I haven't decided yet. I think I will. I don't know, not sure. But there are 3 bedrooms, so I think, you know, if you have a family with 2 parents and 2 kids, or 3 even, if you put them, you know, into the same bedroom and then one in the other bedroom, or whatever you want to do, you can make a laundry room. You don't have to have, you don't have to use them all for bedrooms. You can, you know, use one room for laundry or something. I might do that too. Or the little room, I might change that into a laundry room, even though I have a very small bathroom downstairs, because there, you'll see in the next part that I have a toilet, a bathtub with shower, and then a sink. That's all I have in that little space there next to the door. And I want to actually have the hallway. I want to make it more nice with some decoration, but you'll see that in the next video. I'm sorry, I'm talking about the next video because decorating is just my thing, and I really try to kind of do something that I would normally not do. So I will not always be satisfied with my decorations, because it's not per se what I would pick, but I just trying to see it from, you know, something that all people, not just me, you know, I have one kind of style. I just, you know, the Scandinavian white and black and white and wood, that's really my style, and that's the style that I have in my own house, the Scandinavian white. My bedroom is quite nice. I just changed it recently, and it's all white with a backdrop of lights, and I really love it. And if you're interested in seeing my house or me building my own house, it's not like I'm still living in an apartment. We haven't found a house yet, or it's not like we haven't found it, but we have a system here that you have to be subscribed. How do you say that? Like, you have to register yourself for a house, and then for rental houses. And in the Netherlands, there's a system that you register yourself, and then the one that is registered the longest, like there is a site, and then you can you can, how do you say that? Like, it's so difficult for me to explain in English, but there is a site, and then, you know, you get all these houses that people have moved out from, and you can, do you say sign, you know, that you want that house. You can click on it, and it will put you in a list with people, and you don't see which people they are, but you just see a number. Like, if 130 people have want that house, you can see 150 people want that house, and then you have your number, like the number you are in the row of people. Like, it goes from the one who's registered the longest. So we've been registered for a house since 2008, so almost for 7 or 8 years. Like, in February 2017, it will be 8 years. And there are people who have been registered from 2000 or 2002. So, you know, and then you get the ones who registered first. If they want that house, they come in number 1. And then you go number 2, number 3, in order of how long you've been registered. And then they'll pick. And now we're at number 4. And I hope we get the house, because it's a big house, but you know, whatever. I'm rambling again. I'm rambling on about stuff, and I'm not talking about the video. But this is a part that I really like because I chose some bikes. I downloaded them, and they're amazing because they're Dutch, typical Dutch bikes. We call them oma fietsen bikes, oma bikes, grandma bikes. How do you say that? And they're typical Dutch, and these were made by a Dutch CC creator, and I love seeing it back in The Sims. Like, you know, the things, the parking thingies for the bikes, they're so typical Dutch, and everything about this bike is so Dutch, and I love it so much. I love it. So I add them in game for a mother, a father, and a child, and you can add more because you'll be getting the CC with the house, the custom content, so you'll be having them in your game as well. And yeah, we're coming near the part that I'm gonna stop. This is the part that I'm gonna start building. If you're curious as how this is gonna look, be sure to check out my next video, part 2 and part 3, to see how I decorated this house. So I hope you liked it. Please thumbs up and let me know what you thought. Please comment and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in part 2. Bye bye.